You finally reach the place where Keenfire will take on form, the stronghold of the Fifthlings with the hottest forge in Girdlegard, Dragonfire. This is where evil first entered Girdlegard, a disgrace for the Dwarves, who were given the task of protecting it by Vrachus. Since then, the perished land has spread. Alfar and Orcs have invaded, and the Elves almost eradicated. But you have decided to face up to the evil. You will forge Keenfire and stop Nodon, or die trying. You enter the old stronghold with determination.
Whoa! The Fifthlings really knew how to build a stronghold!
And we're probably the first dwarves in 1,000 cycles to enter these halls.
Come on, you beasts! I may be the last, but I will take at least 4 dozen more of you down with me!
Gandagar! Hold on, my king!
Oh, there's a surprise! Is there some courage hidden inside the little gem cutter after all?
Come on, let's help Gandagar.
Not a bad idea. All right then.
Understood.
Not a bad idea.
Yes? Hey! Yeah!
Now you're in the
It's ours! Yeah! I can't do this on my own!
What to do? What is it? No chance.
Girdlegard is ours!
What a waste of time.
Is it something bad? Yeah! Maybe it's over there. Oh, all right then. I got one!
And I didn't even take off my gloves.
Yes? My king, you're alive. Oh.
Tungdil! I would have never have thought I'd be so happy to see you again. You seem to have fared better than we.
What happened to you? Where are the others?
They are dead. Only I remain.
Your learned tongue refuses to do its job. You consider how it was you who sent these people to their ruin. You don't see any accusation in Gandagar's expression, just grief and determination.
And now that you are here, I carry the hope that their sacrifice was not in vain.
In a few short words, you give account of everything that has happened to you on your way to the kingdom of the Fifthlings. Gandagar listens silently and nods now and then.
You have done well. You appear to be a better leader than I expected, Tungdil Goldhand.
I don't know. Half the time I was advised what to do next.
It is our destiny to follow the untrodden path. Leaders take one step after the other. They never stand still. And if you look back and ask yourself, what if, you will never find the courage to take another step.
We have to get to the forge. Let's forget our contest and work together.
I agree. We have seen the spread of the perished lands, and the beasts of Tion wanted us to keep away from this place. Maybe there is some truth in your story about Keenfire.
You tense your shoulders and strengthen the grip on your weapon.
Let's find out.
Not so fast, groundlings.
Are you going to stop us, little man?
Even greater armies haven't been able to stop us.
An evil grin spreads across the Famulous's face.
Oh, I know. But how about this? Finally, a real challenge! Everyone else keep your hands off it! Understood?
Yes?
Feel my power!
Bloody.
Now you've got me interested. What is it? Now you've got me interested. And I didn't even take off my gloves.
At your service? Yes. On my way.
What is it?
Won't go on. Ah, I understand. Yes? Attack! And again!
What a waste of time. All right then.
Huh?
And I didn't even take off my gloves. What is it? Hey, how about some help? Feel my power. I'll tell you when I'm ready.
Your service? Kill! And again!
What a waste of time. No chance.
Die! Huh?
What a waste of time.
And again!
Now you've got me interested. No chance. Not a bad idea. If I have to. All right then. And I didn't even take off my gloves. If I have to. All right then. If I have to, with pleasure.
At your service?
What is it? Not a bad idea. All right then. Not a bad idea. All right then. If I have to, this is going to hurt.
Die! And again!
Now you've got me interested. All right then. Not a bad idea.
Kill! Huh? And again! Vile creature! And again!
Waste of time. No chance.
Die! Yes?
Waste of time. No chance.
Killed!
interested.
Tungdil, let's hope that was the last obstacle on the path to your victory.
I've already said it once, but I will say it again. I don't want the throne, and I never did. All I care about is saving Girdlegard. If I don't manage, make sure that Keenfire is forged, and promise me that you will work with Namora and Keenfire against Nodon.
Gandagar bows his head.
By Vracus and Giselbert Ironeye, in whose kingdom we now stand, I swear I will not rest until Nodon is dead. But you will be by my side. You can't be serious.
It looks like all the fiends of Girdlegard have gathered here together.
You take a deep breath.
We've come too far to give up now. The gate to the forge is at the other end of the hall. Protect those who are important for the creation of the Keenfire. The rest of us are dispensable. Attack!
Ah!
For Girdlegard!
For Vracus! Yeah, I'm going! Here I come!
Feel my power!
Kill! Vile creature! Kill!
Now you've got me interested.
Another victory! And again! At your service! Kill!
And I didn't even take off my gloves.
Yes? Vracus!
No chance.
Understood.
What a waste of time. And I didn't even take off my gloves. What a waste of time.
Excellent. Kill us! Ah, I understand. And again! Yaha! Now! On my way.
All right then.
At once.
Not a bad idea.
On my way.
All
Victory!
right then.
Excellent.
If I have to.
Understood.
Bad idea. Now you've got me interested.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yes?
All right then. Not a bad idea. I'll tell you when I'm ready. Magic takes time, if I have to. All right then.
Yaha! Excellent choice. Huh? Kill! Yeah! Understood. Vile creature!
What is it? What a waste of time. Not a bad idea. If I have to. Not a bad idea. All right then. If I have to.
Aye. Yes? At once. Huh? On
Not
my
a
way.
bad idea.
At your service. Ah, I understand.
It won't open.
It's about time for a plan, Scholar!
Enough! The time has come!
Not on.
Open the gate. I'll hold him off for as long as I can.
Back, you maggots! They belong to me!
That isn't Nodon. It's...
Radaria.
It makes no difference. The gate is bolted shut.
Later! Get inside!
You recognize the dwarf standing in front of you in shimmering armor, because you have seen his features more than once, wrought in gold and vercassium and flaunted on the walls on your way through the kingdom of the Fifthlings. Giselbert Ironeye, the progenitor of the Fifthlings.
Welcome, whoever you may be. I hope your coming is a good omen.
You look at the 10 dwarves with their pale faces and eyes that seem slightly vacant, as if they were in a trance. They are wearing wonderfully crafted armor, and the resolve that Vracus gave his people can be read in each and every face.
It really is you, isn't it?
We are the last of the Fifthling clan. We have defied the hordes of evil since the downfall of my realm. We fell against the Elfar and were brought back to life by the perished land, but instead of serving it, we fought against it. We are rather hard to defeat, and each of my men has slain more monsters than any other dwarf before them. But such victories are a meager consolation after such a loss.
And you don't feel any hate towards other dwarves or all things living?
You are thankful for the old king and his men, but you experience firsthand what power the perished land exerts over those it has in its grasp.
We have learned 1,100 cycles have been enough to silence the hate inside us.
You look at the legendary king's face and see no signs of lying, but also no joy, no hope, no life. Just sadness and the irrepressible defiance of the dwarves.
I thank you for your help. Without you, we would have been finished.
Those creatures were content to just watch us for an age, but for the last few orbits, they have been trying to take the forge. I dare say the change has something to do with your wee band, eh?
We are representatives of the Firstlings, the Secondlings and the Fourthlings, accompanied by the Maga, Andakai the Tempestuous and friends. It's grim for Girdlegard. The magical barriers that kept the perished land in check for centuries are destroyed. A Magus by the name of Nod On controls the magic, and he can't be killed. Not with any ordinary weapon.
the Dragonfire Forge. Can we light it?
No.
But it's the only place where we can forge Keenfire. The only weapon that can defeat Nodon.
The furnace cannot be lit because it never went out. We defended it against invaders from the beginning. It is burning as hot and bright as ever. Vracus must have known we would need it again one day. Now, rest. The gates will not fall. We'll see to that. Permit yourselves as much sleep as you need, and then we will get to work.
You have travelled far with Jaroon, but you still don't know what is hidden behind the mask. The longer you look at him, the more you believe you can see a weak glow behind the steel face.
You're wondering what is hidden behind the mask.
You sound as though you know.
When I was little, my mother told me about a being, the king of all creatures of Tion and Samusin. It wrestles with the strong and destroys the weak and incapable. His eyes are said to glow blue-violet, and the sight of him is enough to scare off the weakest. All fear him, the son of Samusin.
You aren't sure whether the Maga is joking with you. Would she really travel with the son of her god? The Maga leaves you with a meaningful smile.
You are very thorough, Honorable Maga. I should have asked the orc to hit me on the mouth, so that you could have kissed me back into the world.
Fair damsels only kiss brave warriors.
An actor can be many things, including a warrior.
That is true, but your privates have fought so many battles throughout the land that I couldn't trust that their bearer wouldn't switch sides as soon as an opportunity arises. Stick with the women who adore you, actor.
You smirk. It would seem that Rodario is in good health. You don't need to worry about him. The sight of the undead dwarves who saved you makes you feel melancholy. You knew there were no living fifthlings left, but the fact that they had spent the last 1,000 cycles as undead makes this truth even more painful. As you approach Namora, she is lost in thought, massaging her wrists. She contributed a bracelet made of Tionium to complete the unusual alloy needed for Keenfire.
The bracelet was a present from my mother to protect me from the powers of good. Well, as it would seem, I am on the other side now. I've no use for it.
Hopefully you won't become too good. Keenfire can only be wielded by a foe of the dwarves.
You smile at her encouragingly, and she reciprocates your glance. Both of you know that the Alfar will always be enemies of the dwarves. The Magister Technicus looks up from his work.
Ah, Tungdil, look what I found. Here. There are narrow steps on the walls of the chimney, and if you look right up to the top, you can see the blue of the sky.
Very good. That could be our way out once Keenfire is finished. King Giselbert Ironeye. I still can't believe that I've met you in person.
My time passed long ago. Do people still talk about me?
You think for a moment about how to answer. Many blame the Fifthlings, and thus their progenitor, for the extent the Perish land has advanced.
Your name is not forgotten.
The nod of the king's head is barely noticeable.
The beasts are preparing to attack.
You look at the solid iron doors and their fittings, which are protected by the runes of Vrukkus.
Didn't you say the furnace is safe?
Long enough. We will hold the gates for as long as necessary, at any cost. But you must be aware of what awaits us.
Fergus pointed out the chimney as a possible escape route. You only hope that you will get to use it. The hottest forge in Girdlegard, Dragonfire. The fire is said to originate from the dragon Branbusil, who was hunted by the Fifthlings. You are glad that you didn't have to overcome any dragons on your journey, although you know someone who would have been thrilled by the challenge. You look at Balandis's sweaty skin, her muscles, and her hair. When you become aware of what you are doing, you stammer.
Can I help in any way?
I think the knot is coming in.
She indicates to her back with a short nod of her head. She smiles at you radiantly.
Thank you for your help.
You feel you're melting in her smile, like steel in the forge.
Of course, you're welcome. You seem depressed. Should we let a couple of orcs through the gate?
You expect a quick retort, but Boindale says nothing for quite a while.
I have been thinking about what Vrukkus' vision might have been, when he brought together so many different people. Each has contributed towards the forging of Keenfire. We would never have set off without you. We couldn't make it without the craftsmen. We wouldn't have made it through all the orcs without the actors. And finally, the Pointy Ear will wield Keenfire against evil. We're the best group for this expedition. The only group who can do it.
You have forgotten yourself and your brother. You forged a way through row upon row of our foes where others would have given up.
Boindil gives you a nod, already half lost in his thoughts again. Several smiths could work on masterpieces of metalworking at the same time here. The Fifthlings have always been the best smiths, and you can hardly imagine what kind of amazing legendary pieces must have been created on these anvils.
Dundil, I must ask you for a favour. When you get out of here, let Boindle know that I forgive him for what he did.
He won't believe me. You should tell him yourself.
The time is not right. Just tell him I understood that he loved my sister just as much as I did. I hated losing her, so I also hated the one who wielded the axe. But I don't want to die hating him.
Your confused expression prompts the stonemason to continue.
I set off to look for a glorious end to life. The time has come. I will stay here and cover you so you can get away.
You don't like the idea of leaving another of your companions behind. You want to change his mind, but he doesn't let you speak.
Don't try to change my mind. I made my decision several orbits ago. Thank you for allowing me to prove my worth, Tundil Goldhand.
He stood against the orc without hesitation, even though he knew he was no match for it.
I was happy when you chose Goimgar, because I thought I knew how much of an artist and how little of a dwarf he was. But he proved that he was more of a dwarf than I reckoned.
What will you do when this is over? Do you still plan to go to war against the elves?
The elves' betrayal is absolute. They are to blame for the destruction of the Fifthlings, and for the death of my father and my brother. I will never be able to forgive them.
There was no betrayal by the elves. I am Glandolin Hammerstrike of the Clan of the Striking Hammers, and I, unlike you, was present on that dark day as the stone gateway fell through the betrayal of a dwarf.
A dwarf?
It was Glandolin Strongarm of the Clan of the Strong Arms who uttered the incantation for the first time and unlocked the gate. He surrendered our land to their hordes. He was the one who showed the Elfar a secret path into our tunnels, so they could attack us from behind and poison us. We were struck down with a mysterious fever.
I don't understand.
He was a thirdling, a dwarf killer, who stole into our clan and masked himself as one of us to bring about our downfall. He died at my hand, but he rose again at the power of the perished land and uttered the secret words a second time.
Did you hear that? It wasn't the elves, it was a dwarf. How much do you believe in Bislapur and his proof now when there's a dwarf standing here who was witness to it?